If you're hunting for a budget-friendly audio interface, chances are you've come across the PreSonus AudioBox 96 Studio. It promises a complete recording setup with a mic, headphones, and software, all bundled neatly for new musicians and podcasters. But here's what surprised me. This all-in-one package isn't quite the golden ticket it claims to be. In fact, once you peel back the layers, you'll find some glaring issues that may make you think twice before clicking buy. So, before you drop your cash on what seems like a sweet deal, stick around because this honest review will uncover the hidden problems lurking beneath the surface, and whether it's truly worth it for your studio needs. Let's get real for a second. If you're a beginner or a hobbyist looking to dive into recording, you're probably overwhelmed by the equipment jungle out there. The PreSonus AudioBox 96 Studio looks like a dream starter kit. A compact USB audio MIDI interface, a large diaphragm condenser mic, the M7, headphones, and the Studio One Artist DAW software. All that for a price that doesn't make your wallet cry. Sounds like a dream. But don't let the shiny packaging fool you. Sometimes dream kits come with nightmares lurking in the specs and performance. Here's the twist. Many users report that while the AudioBox 96 Studio appears solid on paper, the real-world experience often falls short, especially when it comes to sound quality and hardware reliability. I mean, this is the kind of product that wears the all-you-need badge, but struggles with basic things like latency, driver stability, and mic performance. If you're looking to record vocals or instruments with any professional clarity, you might find yourself hitting some frustrating roadblocks. Plus, the bundled software, Studio One Artist, though powerful, has limitations that may leave you needing more later on. So who exactly should be paying attention here? This review is for home studio beginners, podcasters, and entry-level musicians trying to find a reliable, budget-friendly rig without falling into common traps. If you want something plug-and-play that won't leave you overwhelmed or disappointed, keep watching. I'll unpack everything, the pros, the cons, and some alternatives so you end up with gear that actually helps you make music instead of making you quit. Let's start by talking about the heart of the package, the PreSonus AudioBox USB 96 interface itself. It's a compact, bus-powered device with two combo mic instrument inputs supporting recording sample rates up to 96 kHz. On the surface, this sounds pretty impressive for under $200, but that 96 kHz recording promise is somewhat misleading. Sure, you can technically record at that rate, but in practice, the audio quality doesn't dramatically improve compared to 44.1 or 48 kHz on this device. It's more of a checkbox feature than a real game changer. Plus, the interface's preamps, responsible for amplifying your microphone signal, are often criticized for being noisy or adding an unflattering hiss to recordings. I found that when you're recording vocals or acoustic instruments, that background noise can be downright distracting. Imagine trying to whisper sweet nothings into the mic for a podcast and hearing a hiss louder than your voice talk about a romantic fail. And no, you can't blame your dog barking in the background every time. That's the interface's hardware talking. Then there's the matter of software and drivers. The AudioBox 96 uses USB 2.0 to connect to your computer, which is standard, but its drivers have been known to cause instability depending on your operating system. On Windows, some users report dropouts and compatibility issues requiring tedious troubleshooting. Mac users tend to fare better, but don't expect flawless plug-and-play. You might have to dig into settings just to get basics working smoothly. And no, hitting your computer won't fix it, though it's tempting. Moving on to the bundled M7 condenser microphone. This mic might be decent for simple voiceovers or casual recording, but don't expect studio-grade vocal captures here. The M7 is a cardioid condenser mic with a large diaphragm, designed to deliver warm and clear audio. However, in practice, it can sound a little flat and lacks the richness and detail you'd hope for in a condenser mic. It's also quite sensitive to room noise. So if your recording space isn't treated acoustically, you'll pick up every single creak and sigh around you. A little like trying to record a whisper in the middle of a bingo hall. The headphones, the HD7, are surprisingly solid for monitoring, offering decent sound isolation and clarity for the price. They're comfortable enough for longer sessions, which is a plus because you'll want to check your recordings carefully if the mic and interface aren't doing the heavy lifting. But here's the catch. These headphones are closed back, and while they help avoid sound bleed into the mic during recording, their bass response isn't very accurate. If you're mixing or editing, you might find yourself accidentally overboosting bass tracks. Now let's talk about Studio One Artist, the DAW software included. Studio One has always been known for its intuitive interface and powerful features tailored for beginners and pros alike. However, the Artist version is a stripped-down edition, lacking some key plugins and effects available in higher tiers. You won't get third-party VST support or advanced MIDI editing tools without upgrading. So while it's great for starting out, you might quickly outgrow it and have to invest in additional software, which bumps up the cost. Here's the question that might be on your mind. Are these issues deal breakers? Well, it depends on your expectations. If you're recording casual voice notes or just want to experiment with music creation, the AudioBox 96 Studio can be a good jumping-off point. But if you want professional quality sound, reliability, and flexibility, it's probably not the package for you. With a current Amazon rating hovering around 3.8 stars, the product clearly has mixed feedback. By now, you might be wondering if there's a better alternative. Absolutely. Brands like Focusrite and Behringer offer interfaces with more robust drivers and cleaner preamps at similar or slightly higher price points. For example, the Focusrite Scarlett Solo or 2i2 are industry favorites known for rock-solid performance and fantastic software bundles. They don't always come with mics and headphones, but you can pick up a good mic separately and build your own custom setup, which often pays off in sound quality. Think of it this way. Buying this all-in-one kit is like getting a frozen dinner when you could cook a fresh meal from scratch. It's quick and convenient, but sometimes that convenience costs you flavor and satisfaction. If you want the cooking experience and superior audio results, assembling your gear piece by piece might be the way to go. Now, to lighten the mood, here's a quick joke. Why did the audio engineer break up with the microphone? Because it just couldn't handle the feedback. Okay, enough with the dad jokes. Another point worth mentioning is portability. The AudioBox 96's small size and bus-powered design make it great for musicians on the go. If you record in different locations, this interface won't weigh you down. But portability only counts if the device actually works reliably when plugged in. One user reported a funny story where their interface dropped out mid-performance, forcing them to pretend they were rehearsing some avant-garde silence piece. So portability comes with its quirks. Before wrapping up, let's address latency, a critical issue for many recording artists. The delay between your live performance and what you hear back can kill your vibe faster than bad coffee. Unfortunately, the AudioBox 96 Studio sometimes suffers from noticeable latency, especially on Windows machines with certain DAW setups. The included Studio One Artist software helps somewhat by optimizing settings, but if you're after tight, real-time monitoring, you might need an interface with lower inherent latency or a direct monitoring feature, which this one includes only on one channel, limiting dual input monitoring setups. Now you might be thinking, wow, this sounds like a lot of problems. Why would anyone buy this? Good question. The truth is, for absolute beginners on a super tight budget who want everything in one box and don't mind tinkering with settings, this kit is a decent entry point. The bundled software, headphones, and mic make it a simple plug-and-play option without hunting for multiple purchases. However, if you're serious about long-term growth or professional-level audio, you'll soon find yourself upgrading anyhow. It's the classic training wheels setup. Before I let you go, a quick final joke to seal the deal. Why do audio engineers always carry a ladder to reach the high notes? Yeah, I'm here all week. In conclusion, the PreSonus AudioBox 96 Studio is a mixed bag. It offers enough to get started in home recording without breaking the bank, but comes with compromises in sound quality, hardware reliability, and software limitations. If you're an absolute beginner who wants a quick start kit, it might suit you. Just don't expect miracles. But if you want a durable, professional-sounding setup with room to grow, consider investing a bit more or building your own bundle from trusted pieces. Remember, your gear should inspire creativity, not frustration. For the absolute best price available on Amazon, including any limited-time discounts that pop up, check the link below. Prices can fluctuate fast, so if you're ready, act quickly. Whether you buy or not, having honest info up front helps you make the right choice for your music journey. Thanks for sticking with me through this review. If this helped you, hit like and subscribe for more honest gear breakdowns. And what's your experience with entry-level audio interfaces? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your story. Happy recording.